Let's go. Nigga, we go hard. Look how we bogart this game. It's so ours. You hear it, it's so harsh. Time to get this bread, cause for years it was low carbs. Hit a storm brewing, jump aboard before it starts. 40 days, 40 nights, still no Noah's Ark. Watch how we flood them, get to running. Now on your mark, set, ready, go. Better hope that
y'all, the Trial Run podcast, we up and running now. So first episode, first of many. I mean, we call it the Trial Run because, you know, anytime we might wake up and be like, yeah, I don't want to do this shit no more. But you know how that shit goes.
Niggas be mad finicky.
Finicky.
All of a sudden, yeah, man, you know, life be lifing, bro.
Yeah.
That's everybody's excuse for everything now.
Yeah, I was giving that earlier.
That's a fact. That's a motherfucking fact. Everybody be talking about life be life, and you know how it is. Haas is like, nah, I don't know
I don't know how it is. Like, and nobody know how it is. Like for me, because you know I got 4 kids, bro. Like they age from 18 to 3. So,
like, you really did.
Nobody know how it is.
A disservice with that one. You did yourself a disservice.
I enjoy it. Hey, hold up! It's springtime. This tax season. I love my tax credits right now.
Ooh. Yeah. Facts. All right, my laptop.
We are winning right now.
My laptop.
Make sure you get a laptop, nigga, because you on the phone
I just need a charger.
He gonna be wild motherfucking kitchenettes and shit. Like fake food to play kitchen with his daughter and shit. She be running in ragged.
Bro, we had burrito bowls last night, bro, and she chops the peppers and onions up with a butter knife. She was chopping them too small.
Oh my God.
Yo, bro, like
with a butter knife.
That should keep you young though.
Oh man, no doubt about it, bro. Like you forced to think like them, so you can kind of like keep them within certain confines. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Even if your sensibilities is not necessarily your children's sensibilities, you really do yourself a disservice by not adjusting. Because you know, I think our parents kind of had it to where it was like my way or the highway, but that just made us do shit sneakier. You know what I'm saying? We just didn't tell them stuff we was doing. We did everything though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I find that, you know, because I try to reach my kids or try to kind of like empathize with them, they come tell me stuff, sometimes stuff I don't want to hear, but I'd rather them, you know, come ask. You know what I'm saying? Especially, bro, I got girls, and they in that dating phase right now, bro.
See, I always think your son is the oldest, but your daughter's the oldest.
Yeah, my oldest is 18.
Wild.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
Bro, we made all the mistakes with her. All of them.
Trial run, man.
My oldest was the trial run, bro. Really the oldest too, but
yo, so what's going on with you, Biko? Like what's life and for you, man?
Man, work, man. Work.
Oh shit.
Oh my goodness, dude. Like
flagpoling.
Flagpole?
Oh, flagpole. No.
Hey, yo.
I don't know what you mean.
Young man. You know how with the exercising thing, man. Yeah, I gotta find a better way to say that.
Yo, you wild.
I don't know what you mean. We gonna
and young man.
Flagpole. Yo, he's a little overzealous. He got his phone working now. He's fucking excited right now. He's like, yo, phone working. Yeah, he's flagpole, son.
Wait, what does that mean?
I'm like, huh?
Like, relax. You was in the gym. You said you had a good workout today. It was like a couple hours though, right?
Had a great workout, man. About 2.5 hours, man. Like work is crazy, man. I'm at that point where it's like, what do I do, man? Do I jump out the window and do what I really want to do? But then if I do that, you know, that scary feeling of if I crash, man, and burn. You know
I tried that. And did it all wrong.
Man. That's scary. It's scary.
Man, that is scary though.
And the way that things are right now, like it's hard to find good jobs, man. So like if you got one, man, you got to hold on to it till you get the ball rolling.
I think we just gotta, as a community, check our perspective of a job, bro. A job really should be feeding, not just paying bills, bro. We should get to we should be trying to get it to the place to where it's funding our passion. It's, you know, putting us in position to do what we really want to do. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But They ain't gonna tell you that.
Exactly.
No,
and
but
that's what I've been doing
doing
lately. That's exactly what I've been doing lately. Like I'm taking the money from that and funding what I really want to do.
Yeah.
No, that's important, dog. And we could tell you doing that because you got the whole fucking gym behind you. Like, look at this shit. He let niggas know he work out too, right? Like, yo,
right. Oh yeah, y'all. They gonna see this power rack in the back.
You gonna
They
see
gonna see
this
this.
shit, I'm gonna need y'all to be inspired about this shit, son. You
He's
see
like,
this
my
shit?
muscles got muscle.
My muscles got muscle. Oh shit.
Yo, that's hilarious, dog.
Well, what about you, huh, man? What's going on with you?
Listen, man, I'm reluctantly back in these streets, and this shit
In
is
these
just
streets.
it's a weird feeling, bro. Like, so I was talking to a coworker of mine, and we was just talking about just life, and I'm like, yo, I'm going to St. Lucia in June, dog. Like, it's already booked. I'm like, yo, first trip I'm taking international. I'm single, nigga. Like, he like, yo, let me tell you something.
Oh, passport bro.
Bro, like, oh my God. And it's like, I don't even move like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm more in line with just having a chick and I'll be good. But life is life. So we talking, we start getting on relationships a little bit. And he's like, what's so ill, Haas? You don't really like only miss the person. He like, you really missing the routine of the relationship. And when he said that shit, I was like, he's like, because now you got to adjust your whole schedule that was around you in person being in a relationship. Now it's like certain times y'all would talk to each other. Y'all ain't talking to each other. So you got to fill that time with something that's about you. And that was an eye opener for me because I was like, at this time, Shorty used to just call me and we just be talking about shit. And then I got into the lane. I was like, but then I remember when I was calling her on my lunch and she was like, yo, and I'm like, yo, that's my time. Like, well, can you just split your time? And I'm like, oh shit, she was kind of Bogart in my life a little bit. Then I was like, okay, maybe this is a good thing, right?
Right.
I don't know if I see it that way though. Like when you sharing your life with somebody, like I'm coming from a perspective of I've been married 18 years. You feel me? So like for me, like I don't see it from the perspective of a person bogart in your life. I think we allow concessions to make peace possible.
So let me share this with you, and I don't want to spend too much time on it because we ain't on that time right now. We'll in other episodes we will. If you're in a relationship and your girl calls you 3, 4, 5 times a day, sends you messages 3, 4, 5 times a day, and then you get the 1 hour where you already dealing with bullshit at work to just be for yourself, because when you get off, you're gonna make that call, hey babe, I'm on my way home. Or for her, she lived right up the street from me, so I'm gonna stop by the crib. So I'm seeing you, I'm hearing you. So it's like I'm never really missing you because it's like you're at work with me. So when I get on lunch, that's me. And to then feel like I'm supposed to call you and talk to you while I'm on my lunch.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That shit's a lot, dog. That shit is a lot. And like you said, you're right about it making concessions. But once I said, all right, cool, I do the first 30.
Yeah.
Right. So what happens is, I said, okay, first 30 minutes, I'll just eat, do my thing. And then 30 minutes after that, I'll hit you up at 5:30, whatever. That was cool for it. Then all of a sudden I'm making phone calls to her. She working from home. She doing something at work. So now I'm anticipating something I never even bargained for. Right now, this is our time, when initially it was just my fucking time. Now it's like, damn, she ain't hit me at 5:30. What's going on? You see how that it just switched all of a sudden from being my time, then sharing my time. Then it's like I'm leaning on you now. Like, nah, that I'm real happy that I'm not in that
almost
position.
like a power dynamic shift.
Hell yeah, there's always a power shift with chicks in relationships, and you got to be careful because the moment you're emotionally attached, like you could connect emotionally, but the moment you emotionally attach, your whole G be off. Like you lose a lot of who you are because it's like now it's about y'all and not you and her, and But like I said, we ain't gonna spend we could talk all day about that shit. But yo, I wanted to talk to y'all. What's up with this Ryan Garcia shit, man? What's up with your boy, son?
So what's going on? I haven't been hearing anything.
So first and foremost, Ryan Garcia is probably one of the most popular boxers right now, right? But it's not because of boxing. He's popular actually because he's a social media celebrity.
Right.
But he's a real boxer that does social media, not a social media guy that does that boxes, right? However, I think he's more attached to the celebrity that's made available to him because of boxing versus actually wanting a legacy as a boxer. Right? Now,
okay.
So his celebrity and his draw status allows him fights that he's really not ready for. Like the Tank Davis fight, right? Now he's signed a contract to fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney is the undisputed, was the undisputed champion at 135, which is lightweight. So now he's moved up and he has belts at 140, which is super lightweight. And what happened, he's signed on to have this fight, and he just started having this really erratic behavior, and like he tweeting crazy stuff about the Illuminati and all of that conspiracy theory type stuff. He's tweeting that stuff and having bizarre videos and cryptic messages and stuff. All of this while he's supposed to be promoting a fight. This is a serious fight, bro. Like Devin Haney is no joke, bro.
And that's that moment. It's that moment when Bishop from Juice kick and be like, "This nigga's scared."
Yeah, that's it. But it can either be that. Biko, did you just say marketing?
Yeah. Do you think that's what it is? Just marketing?
It could be that, because I could see that with him, right? But I also think there's drugs involved and stuff like that. You feel me? Just all of the trappings of celebrity lifestyle, that Hollywood lifestyle, right? Imagine he's basically another Oscar De La Hoya, and we know where that went.
Yeah. I mean, with De La Hoya, he was a problem for a little bit, but he wasn't some fishnets. He did take a picture with the fishnets on, like that was different. He never really explained himself about that either.
Son, you gotta call that boy Aquaman with the fishnets.
He was out there dressed like Jessica Rabbit. Like, how you let a chick beat you like that, son? He talking about, like, listen, man, I ain't never seen
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Man, listen, bro. Motherfuckers be snorting them lines, though. That shit, wow. Because I saw a video of him. He was talking about, all right, my cards are working again. Like talk about like his credit cards. And shit.
Well, some people think that he has. If you into that Illuminati and all that, I don't subscribe to that. I believe in. I'm Christian, so I believe God has all the power. That's me, right? Yeah. However, some people go off the deep end with the conspiracy theories, right? I'm not one of them, but he was saying things that people are saying things that like he has handlers and that he went off the script and his handlers like shut all his accounts down and stuff like that. Like, oh my God, took his Twitter from it. It's bizarre, bro. Like it's ridiculous.
Oh wow!
So
I didn't know it was.
They're supposed to fight April 20th. I don't think that fight happening, bro. Just to be honest.
Is that bad? Like,
bro.
I gotta see what's going on with this dude.
Bro, he was clearly high at the press conference, though.
Wow.
So you don't think like so it may not be mental health. It just may be that he got a wrong pack and the shit hit him a little different.
He got that
headbanger boogie, huh?
He got that headbanger boogie. He's like, oh shit, what the fuck? Yo, this shit got me turned, son.
Ooh wee, he got that Martin Lawrence.
Yo, I got caught up one time on hanging out with ex-girls, man. Listen, I took some Delta 8. Bro.
Don't tell nobody else that, bro.
Listen.
Delta 8, bro.
What the hell is Delta 8?
So
not weed. That's what it is.
It's not weed. But listen, bro, like when I tell, and I'm gonna tell this story another time because listen, we got shit to talk about. But listen, don't laugh because I feel like I told you that story.
We talked about it, yeah, we did.
Yo, listen, man. I thought she was trying to kill me. Like that should have been the red flag right there. I thought Shorty was trying to lie. This was in the beginning of the relationship, so we didn't know each other like that, but we trying to do some extra shit. She took the shit before. I'm like, yo, I feel different. I start over. I'm on the couch. I said, yo, I feel different.
I don't feel like I'm right now.
5 minutes later, I said, yo, I feel real different right now. Yo, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it
Yo,
there. Yo, it's a long story.
Yo, you
son,
know what?
We ain't telling that story
Oh my
right now. I'm
God,
just
son.
saying. All I'm saying is the firefighters ended up coming, and I'm gonna leave it like that. The firefighters came.
Yo, you ain't never told me this story, bro. What the hell?
Yo, he feels different than the firefighters came, bro. That's hilarious, dog. Like,
Yo,
Firefighters came, son. I'm so sorry.
yeah, I'm gonna need to hear the rest
Yo,
of that.
Kevin, it sounded like you was the cat in the tree of the firefighters.
Yo, listen. As high as I felt, nigga, I was in the tree. I was in the tree. Nigga. I was in the tree, son. This shit was not appropriate. And I was like, yo, call the police. She was like, wait. I'm like, oh, this bitch trying to lie.
I got more of this shit on me.
She don't want to call the police. She trying to kill. So now I'm thinking like,
I ain't calling the police.
yo,
You probably was paranoid, wondering why she don't want to call the police, bro. Who are you?
like, who sent you? Who sent you to come get me? I'm thinking all this shit from New York. Like, I ain't had no beef with nobody. Like, because you know they'll send a chick to line you up quick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, and she ain't want to call the cops. I'm like, oh, this bitch trying to line me up, son. It was so out of pocket, son. But it's a funny story now that I look back on it. But yeah, but that Ryan Garcia shit, man. I pray for that brother because when he fought Tank, I actually thought he was gonna fare a lot better than he did. And when I watched that fight, I just saw how he didn't seem like he was used to fighting guys that was that smaller than him. Because the way he was winding up his punches was like he's fighting somebody that was bigger. And it was like he wasn't tightening up his. What was it?
What you got to understand, bro. When you talking about skill levels and fighters that got dog in them, Ryan Garcia is a celebrity. Tank Davis from Baltimore. You feel me?
Facts.
Bro,
Facts.
So just number one, you don't often hear boxers make it out of Baltimore. You hear a lot of boxers from New York. You hear a lot of boxers from Cali. You hear a lot of boxers from Philly, Chicago, Texas, everywhere in Texas. But you don't hear too many make it out of Baltimore, right? So you gotta ask yourself, what did he go through to make it out of a city like that? You feel me? To come from a family like, so that's a whole different animal you looking at across the ring from you. Add that to the fact that people sleep on Tank's boxing ability because he got power in both his hands and he will knock you spark out.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But Tank sets traps and Ryan knows, he knows enough to know he was being set up. But he
couldn't do nothing about it.
He couldn't do nothing about it. That's why it just looked like he was not used to fight. He wasn't used to fighting somebody with an IQ like Tank, bro. That's what it was.
So off topic, real quick. I mean, on topic for boxing, but off topic for Ryan Garcia. I just saw the announcement: Mike Tyson's fighting Jake Paul.
I've seen that shit, man.
The only reason I'm watching it is because it's free on Netflix, bro. Like, I mean, it's a money grab, bro. And Haas, me and you talk about it all the time, bro. I love boxing.
Yes.
Like, I'm not a casual boxing fan. I'm a real hardcore boxing fan, right?
Right.
So with that being said, I mean, I understand it's a business, but I do not like the WWE shit that's going on with boxing.
Yeah, man. Mike
I feel you on that.
Man. Like, come on, man.
I don't respect that.
Mike trying to get a check.
Mike hustling, and I respect that. You feel me? But at the same time, bro, come on, dog.
You don't think he gonna phone it in though, right? You think he gonna phone it in?
Bro, you know how much weed Mike smoke, bro? Mike might call the firefighters. I'm just saying, bro. Like and that's no disrespect to like Mike Tyson is Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson is definitely Mike Tyson.
But we don't know what's gonna happen, bro. To be honest with you, so that's why everybody gonna watch. We don't know if Mike Tyson from '88 finna just have his last hoorah and just knock this boy.
Dude's still fast too, man.
Yo, he's fast. Yeah,
but mitts don't move.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Mitts
don't move.
That's
and
fact.
And bags do not punch back.
You're right.
That's a motherfucker. Yeah, but we know Mike Tyson though. Like we ain't talking about just somebody off the street. We know Mike Tyson.
And one of Mike Tyson quotes: "Everybody got a plan till they get punched in the mouth."
Exactly. And listen, and he hit hard, dog. Like he hit hard. He hit
now
hard.
in Jake Paul's defense, he's looked better every fight. So he's
Yeah,
definitely taking boxing serious. And you know, I don't take that away from him, but he's Vince McMahon with boxing gloves on, bro.
That's a fact. And Iago got knocked out last night by Joshua.
Yo.
So
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
because you sent me, it was like, oh shit, I didn't even know they was fighting. I thought they was fighting like
you don't play boxing, bro.
You don't play boxing.
That's the sport you don't play.
See, that's the thing. I got to get back in. Like my pops, he's he used to box and shit. So I know about boxing a lot, but I haven't really like studied it. Like when I was younger, you couldn't tell me shit about boxing. I knew my shit, but I haven't really been into it since the guys who I watched and followed stopped boxing. You know, so I like that you know so much about it because it just kind of updates me on like what's the climate of boxing right now. Like like some of the fighters that's out there right now, who you think other than Bud, of course, who just got busy. And then, of course, Tank Davis, Devin Haney. They showed that fight between Devin Haney and Tank inside the spar match.
Yeah, but you got to understand this, too, about sparring, right? Number one, when you're sparring and you bring somebody in, you're bringing that person in to work on a specific thing, right? So this day, you might just be working on duck and punch. This day, you might just be working on sharpening up your right hand. This day, you may just be working on feints. You feel me? So they use that as a marketing ploy. You know what I'm saying? Like Devin Haney got all of the press right now. So Mayweather is and I say Mayweather because he's the power behind Tank Davis. Mayweather is a marketing genius. So anytime somebody got the boxing press, he's going to attach himself to that. And this was his way to attach himself to Devin Haney right after the fight was announced with Ryan Garcia.
I see what you're saying. So I think that's good, man. I'm gonna look forward to it because I think Devin Haney is a lot of people look at him and they look at Tank and they feel like Tank is just that much better than him.
I think that's a great fight because both of them have crazy boxing IQs, right? Through the roof. The equalizer to me is just Tank power, and Tank's going to hit you.
Oh yeah, he's going to hit him. And then how he responds to that is going to be important.
That's the equalizer. So, like boxing skill wise, I think both Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson could beat Tank skill wise. But if Tank touch you, it's out.
So what we could do, like after these fights take place, we'll spin the block on another episode and catch up on that because I think that's something that we could certainly just take up a lot of time and talk about. But just kind of moving along with something that recently happened in the sport of basketball. Your man LeBron James. That's your boy?
That's the GOAT, son.
No, Nick. All right, see, now we're about to talk about this shit.
Hey,
that's the GOAT.
He said the GOAT, bro.
That's the GOAT.
So
that's
LeBron James he crossed over 40,000 points total.
Never been done before.
Player, never been done before. Yeah, Kareem ain't
10,000 assists.
No one's done it.
10,000 rebounds.
Okay. Listen, dog, you really.
I'm just saying, put some respect on the check.
You see when motherfuckers get their phone acting right now. Yeah, he got a lot. He talking a lot. He talking cash shit now.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah. So is it greatness? Is it longevity? Is it a combination of the two? What we talking about?
It's both. It is both. Because if it was just longevity, we would see it tapering off by now, right? We can't say we see that. He scored 19 points in the fourth quarter the other night. This is a 39-year-old guy scored 19 points in the fourth quarter of a game. Think about your legs gone by the fourth quarter. You've been running up and down the court all day.
All right, so what lens are you looking at it through? You're looking at it through what lens, though? You can't look at it through the same lens of different eras because nobody looks.
No, you can't. No,
right.
It's not even just that. It's also the fact that nobody's playing defense today. You got to factor that.
Exactly. I was about to say that. Like the handshake.
Yeah, you got to factor that. Like, yeah. But I also think one of I know y'all's GOAT is Jordan, right?
You don't know that. Don't just assume that. Don't just
I'm not assuming. It's only two people in the conversation. It ain't not if our fathers were here. They would have
said Dr. J. Kareem.
Kareem.
Artist Gilmore.
Hey, them old niggas say Artist Gilmore. Damn. Yo, but I think the problem I have with the Michael Jordan people is that they always discount the 80s version of Michael Jordan. He didn't win anything in the 80s.
But
he got sent home every year. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, though. But he was absolutely that dude. Like they was calling Mike to go before he won.
They wasn't.
You gotta
they wasn't
my errors too. Like you gotta think about the abuse that Jordan took. Like if
absolutely.
LeBron took that abuse, like would he been able to play the amount of years that he's playing? No. He would have not been able to last that long.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. But you also got to factor in the fact that them boys that boy Jordan got sent home in the first round a lot of times in the 80s, bro.
But
he ain't had no team, though.
When he found his stride, 3 in a row, take a break. I'll come back later.
You put me on the court.
Come on, man.
4 motherfuckers from junior high school. I'm getting sent home every fucking like that's who he was playing with. He was playing with niggas from junior high school.
They say he was pulling up at Home Depot asking niggas to play with him.
Yo, son, he had Brad Sellers on his team. He had Orlando.
You 6 foot. Yo, come on, man. Yo, Paco, you 6 foot.
He had Jim Corzine. Like, come on, stop playing. These niggas were sniffing coke and coming to the game. Jordan saw the niggas
in the locker room.
In the locker room,
them niggas was wild. And the 80s was wild. The 80s was wild, bro.
The 80s was a movie, nigga.
Bro, the
80s was a movie.
Son, imagine smartphones in the 80s.
So trust me, when Magic popped out at that press conference, like, hey, because of the, I got everybody was like, I got it.
We gonna pray for you. We gonna pray for you. Go ahead, sit down.
I figured that was gonna happen.
Meanwhile, AC Greenlight, I told you that's why I don't fuck no bitches.
That nigga Karl Malone was like, don't touch my body. Don't touch me.
Yeah, Karl Malone was flipping.
Yeah, oh no, he can't guard me.
Yeah, he was foul for that though. But nobody knew enough about the disease, so they was just acting out, man.
That's how it was when niggas was getting COVID. That's how niggas was. Niggas was like, yo, don't call my phone. Don't call my phone. Niggas thought that shit was phone balling.
So you think LeBron? Okay, so what do you like? How do you rank this 40,000 thing? Because how I view it, I'm gonna tell you how I view it. He played long enough. He didn't have any serious injuries his entire career, and he played straight out of high school. So he was.
So why are we holding that against him though?
It's not holding it against him. It's not holding it against him. It's just that you got to look at things in context. Is his 40,000 points more significant than Kareem's 38,000 points? It's not, because Kareem did all of that without shooting out one fucking 3-pointer. Every shot he took was a 2-pointer or a free throw or a dunk. And he had to wait
about the cocaine Michael Jordan had on his team, though.
Hold on. And he had to wait for somebody to give him the basketball. He can facilitate the offense. Kareem had to get 30.
Kareem was playing against janitors, bro.
Bullshit. Kareem was
and plumbers, bro. Like them dudes was.
It wasn't like Kareem was coming through hitting niggas with the sham guard. Kareem wasn't hitting nobody with the sham, son. Like Kareem was in the post.
He was standing right under the. He was standing right under the.
He was the Wemby of his day, right? Like he was right there.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. So Wemby is a creative player, though, son.
Yo, they made him in a lab, like
son, with the sliders all the way up.
Like that archetype don't even exist, son. Like Manute didn't even look like that.
Well, Manute damn sure didn't move like that.
His son do. Manute's son is
Bo crazy, bro.
Manute's son kind of good.
I don't know why he don't get the press he should. Like he actually
dropped like 25 one game like a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So But to the LeBron thing, you know, I'm not discounting it. It's just that I like to put things in perspective because I think a lot of us become prisoners of the moment and we get wrapped up in the shit and be like, yeah, he's the GOAT. And it's like, nah, because he's still being compared to a motherfucker who ain't played in 20 plus years. We know who the GOAT.
Everybody's criteria, what makes a GOAT a GOAT. And I'm not from this generation where you can have multiple GOATs.
Yeah, neither am I.
You feel me?
I just think, for me,
everybody the GOAT to them.
All right, so for me, it starts at the eye test. When I look at Michael Jordan play and I look at LeBron James play, it's clear to me who's a better basketball player. It's Michael Jordan. Like the way he changed, the way he played basketball, the way he was able to score at will whenever he wanted. For him to be a 6'6" guard, 190 against all those dudes and do the things that he was doing in the air, switching up the mid-range game was incredible. Like, and then when he was asked to facilitate the offense, he averaged a triple-double. Like, it wasn't like he couldn't do that shit. He can do it and do it at a high level. The motherfucker just didn't have to do it because at this rate in your career, we need you to do something that we can't do, and that's score, dog. The average, I mean, they wasn't scoring a lot of points back then. So and he didn't have a lot of shooters on his team. So who can we count on to get the basketball and put that ball in the bucket? Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
You know, I hear you, right? But
I hear you, but I don't feel you, nigga.
Pause. The only thing, yeah, son, you young man.
You flagrant. You flagrant. Yo. Hey, why you say it like that? Young man. Like, niggas, you said it real zesty,
don't try to
nigga.
deflect. Don't try to deflect. You started this line of question.
You heard how he said that shit? Young man. Like he put the glasses down and was Birdman in his hands and shit. Like nigga, you don't. Ooh, young man. That's how them old pervs be looking at them chicks in high school. Ooh, girl. You need to ride home. You need to ride home. Go ahead.
Yeah, they was taking them rides home.
Yeah.
Damn. That's a whole nother
right.
A whole nother
Son,
let it go.
Like, here's the thing, right? This is the one thing with why I think people look at the one thing Jordan had that LeBron never had is a Hall of Fame coach.
Oh, he wasn't a Hall of Fame until Michael Jordan got a hold of him. Nigga, what you talking about?
But he did what he did with Michael Jordan again without Michael Jordan.
With a motherfucker who played like Michael Jordan. Like, come on, bro. Like,
so
and how much he learned over the years by the time he got Kobe. Like, come on.
You're talking right into my point, though.
No, I'm not. Because the reason is
was it? So it's okay. Was it Jordan or was it the system? Because if you could plug in Jordan 2.0 and do the same thing, just saying.
I think it certainly was a byproduct of the system, but the system doesn't work without a guy like Michael Jordan playing basketball, right? Mm-hmm. You could have put they had Scotty. Scotty wasn't that motherfucker. They had Kukoc. He wasn't that motherfucker. Right. Like, nigga, you ain't getting the ball. Go ahead and play defense. The fuck is wrong with you? But you know that's kind of how it was. I think with LeBron is like he plays in the system too. Then the system is he's going to facilitate the offense. So at any given point, he can shoot it or he can pass it. So when you look at the numbers, they are inflated because he has the basketball dominating predominantly most of the time. Like he's not on the block waiting to get the basketball. He's bringing it up most of the time. So he can call his play at any point, like a quarterback. I can, like Michael Vick, I can throw it or I can run it. And he had that carte blanche throughout his whole career. So when you take Michael Jordan, it's like with Michael Jordan, Mike, like I ain't even trying to score no fucking assists. Like the game I'm playing, we gotta score basket. We gotta get buckets. I'm getting buckets. That's what Kobe did.
I fancy you a very intelligent guy, right?
But we have not in sports. Sports, we're not that intelligent in sports. We just we just argue our point. That's all we do.
We have a perspective though, right? Here's the thing. What did Michael Jordan do without the system?
He bust ass. He averaged 37 points a game, 10 rebounds, and like 8 assists or some shit.
What did he win? So what we saw Jordan before.
Well, he won
Phil
individual
Jackson,
shit.
Once he was without Phil Jackson.
Yo,
that's my point.
That's a horrible
So-
argument, though.
Yeah,
That's
we
not-
can bounce around. We can bounce around with who had this, who had that. Like, what did LeBron do until he went and matched up with Wade? And like, come on, we can do this all day.
But he had
that's why I
success
didn't bring
after that too, though.
He
He had
was,
But he had
success
to-
after he had
I didn't
success
wanna-
after that too.
with who?
That's why
With who?
he had to
With
keep
what?
on
You talking
building
about
the
Kyrie?
team.
Exactly.
Don't say Kyrie like Kyrie
Oh,
and Kyrie.
bro. I'm not. I would never take nothing from Kyrie. Kyrie is ridiculous.
take out.
Crazy.
Yeah, he won that
no.
championship.
He hit them clutch shots.
Oh, here we go.
They
So
averaged the
Jordan-
same amount. They averaged the same numbers. What nobody
Okay, but
averaging the
the-
same shit
bruh.
when Jordan played? You saw
Dog.
Kyrie and LeBron numbers. Them shits was the same, son. When they
Bro,
Kyrie
y'all
dropped
got
41
to stop with the
games,
slander.
He said the slander.
the averages
Bro, this
for that.
LeBron
for that
slander is
fight,
ridiculous.
it's not slander. It's facts. Like y'all get too sensitive about this LeBron
Yo,
shit.
don't
Bro,
get me wrong.
y'all just like
LeBron-
Jordan shoes.
No,
Yo, he got the better shoes too. Like
He
nobody
definitely
was
got the
standing
better
in line.
shoes. He
Nobody
definitely got the
standing in
better
line
shoes.
for no LeBron. Hey, you got them LeBrons? Nah, I ain't got no fucking LeBrons. Nigga, what you talking about?
Yeah,
The only
he-
LeBron
he-
that was dope was the South Beach LeBrons, and you know why? Because them shits look like Jordans.
damn.
Because they look like
he
Jordans.
definitely, I can't say nothing about the basketball shoes. So he got
No,
it.
you can't. So what we saying? We're gonna wrap. We're gonna put a button on this shit.
Yo,
Let me
it's
go.
both,
Go ahead.
man. I mean, it's greatness and it's longevity, but he's not the
Absolutely,
GOAT.
bro. And
He's
salute
not
to
the
both of
GOAT.
them brothers, bro. Both black
not
men
the
that
GOAT.
that
Cordell
I
to say
see-
it. I need Cordell to say it. He's not the
Cordell,
GOAT.
don't make me mute.
So,
Cordell.
yeah,
Don't
right.
make me-
Michael Jordan.
See, I just had to mute. See,
Yo, we can't hear you. What you say, Cordell? Oh shit!
Don't forget who the fucking producer of this shit is.
Look at throwing his weight around.
Yo, this is hilarious. So, yo, the thing about that, these sports topics, because we watch sports, you could talk about this shit like forever. But
Yeah.
I think let's switch gears a little bit, man, because we talking about longevity, we talking about greatness. Even with Ryan Garcia, his adjustment he has to make now that he went against some real competition, and now he's about to go into some more real competition, and it's going to be a big test.
Y'all go ahead. Excuse me for a second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's what we doing.
this it's the walk
We
off.
doing. Yeah,
Yo,
like so.
he's saying, I think there's a lot of people say he does not listen to his coaches. I can see that, right? I think if he don't like dial it in and take boxing a lot more serious, he's gonna get hurt, and
Okay,
like
so
it's not gonna be nice at all.
so this segues us into our next topic about just fear of being forgotten, right? How much of that when you talk about like athletes, and this is not exclusive to athletes, it's just exclusive to human beings, like this fear of being forgotten, not doing something that people will remember you by, and that's where I want to talk about, because as we embark on this podcast, as we embark on some of the other stuff that's outside of our inside of our personal lives, outside of this podcast, how much of that is influenced and motivated by just people wanting to remember your name, right? Because like recently, like today, I just got word that my uncle passed away. And
Sorry to
this
hear
is
that, man.
somebody, yeah, I appreciate that, man. And this is somebody I love, what I mean? This is somebody who is a big part of my life. And this is my cousin's father, and like he's like a staple, so it's like we were going to remember him forever. But then as time progresses, those youngins, those grandkids, that was just granddad who passed away. Like I look at my mother's father that way. Like my grandfather passed, but I was like 6 when he died, right? So I don't really have that context of what kind of man he was. So when you think about ourselves, what are we going to do in our life to be remembered? Like, are we afraid to be forgotten? And if so, like, what are we going to do to be remembered? So first, are you afraid to be forgotten? Is that a fear of yours? And then if it is, what is it you think we need to do in our personal lives to not just be remembered by our kids, but just be remembered as by people?
Yeah, I'm definitely afraid to be forgotten. I think about that a lot. And like part of my passion is like helping the youth, helping younger people, and I think through that I'll be remembered. Because like with fitness, that's gonna be my tool to get to them. Like as you see nowadays, like the youth, there's no guidance. Like back in the days, we had PAL. You know what I mean? PAL was free. We had somewhere to go, shoot pool, play basketball. You know what I mean? We was off the street. These kids don't have nothing to do, man. You know what I mean? So they're just out there and they're just getting into all kinds of shit. I think through fitness, at some point, I'll be able to open up something like a PAL, you know, but it'll be great fitness, you know, GR8. It'll be great fitness. And I want to be able to have it, not to where it's affordable, to where it's free. You know what I mean? So I can have it set up to where I have like different people come in, speak to them at different times. Because while I have them there, I got their attention. They're learning they're learning self-defense. They're learning about fitness, nutrition. They playing games. And while I have them there, have like some speakers come in, talk to them at certain times, like sprinkle it in, so they don't feel like they're being like trapped in a school or something like that. But gradually just molding them. And through that, I believe I'll live on forever through the people that come behind me. Pause.
Oh, damn! Even after like,
you gotta keep pouring on face right there.
Yo, he gave us the valedictorian speech, and then he ended it with that shit. Like
that was a punctuation mark for your ass.
For the people that come behind.
Yo, that was 3 dots. That was 3 dots.
Like you took a little while there. But yeah.
I definitely feel you on that, Biko. For me, I think I have a realistic grasp on my role. And what I mean by that is, right, I always think about my dad, myself, and my son, right? I always say my dad's on base, I'm at bat, and my son is on deck, right? So I understand my job is to get my daddy home, and my son's job is to get me home, right? So when I say that, I'm understanding that I'm just a piece of the puzzle, right? My job is to pass on the information and the heritage and the legacy that my father passed to me onto my son, right? So you have yesterday, you have today, and you have tomorrow. Neither one is as important. The only one we have right now is the one we're in, right? So I think in terms of being forgotten, because I don't think my dad still talks about his dad, right? So I have stories of my grandfather who I've never met that I can tell my son about. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's how we go on with memories. You pass on that heritage. It's not just through blood. It's also through spirit, right? So there's things that I'm teaching my son more by exhibition than I am by explanation, right? So he might see me fix a doorknob in the house. So he knows how to fix a doorknob, right? Whenever he run into a situation where he got to fix a doorknob, whether I'm here or not, he gonna remember that daddy showed him that.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So I think our goal, number one, we have to understand whether we're talking about socially or, at home, because you could be a public success and a private failure. You get what I'm saying? You could be one of those people who the world love and his kids think they the worst shit since, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of nuance to that conversation. And I don't know if I'm afraid of being forgotten, more so afraid that I'm not doing a good enough job or being a good enough example. Those are the kind of standards I try to hold myself to.
Yeah, I like everything you said, because a lot of that has to do with sort of like my role as a father. It's tough, because my son, he's nothing like me, so it's not easy at all. Because if he was like me, I'll probably know where to go and how to even navigate being his father a lot easier. But for him, it's like I really got to be real intentional, just finding out like what he's into, because it changes so often, man. Like he's into music now, so he's making beats and he's doing stuff like that, but just not knowing when that's going to change. Plus he deals with ADHD, you know what I'm saying? He may be on the spectrum or not. We don't know yet, and then, we had the situation with him going missing for 9 hours, last month. So that was the biggest fear of my life, man. So I know that he'll remember me because how I show up as a father, like how I show up as a father is like, but I show up pretty much for all of my people that I'm close to like that. Like when it's go time, it's go time.
Yeah.
But as far as what I want to accomplish for myself, I do have a fear of being forgotten. I fear right now I'm not doing enough. I feel like I have all this talent, all this intellect, all this education, and I haven't begun to scratch the surface of what I can accomplish as a man, as a human being. And I believe that I can have a bigger impact, not only in people's lives in my personal life, but on society as a whole. So this podcast for me is a big deal. That's why when y'all came to me about the shit, I was kind of like, let me see. And then when I finally hit the road, hit the ground, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's fuck it now. Because now I feel like my voice, I became the engine, right? I went from just being like, and now I'm like, yo, I know it's because for me, I'm attaching myself to it in the sense of like, I feel like this could be the thing that allowed me to be remembered by more than just my family. I don't want to just be remembered by my family. Yeah, I love it, but that's a given for me in my eyes, because me and my family, we tight like that. Now, if my family ain't fuck with me, yeah, I could be like, oh, my family remember me? God, thank God, not too late. But they already fuck with me. Now I got to figure out who else can I impact out there with my voice. I feel like I got something to say. I feel like I'm educated, I'm smart enough, and I got great ideas that I can impact people's lives a lot more than I am right now. So yeah, I do have a fear of being forgotten. I don't want to be the guy that people knew for hanging out with, or chicks knew that they was fucking with for a little bit. I want to be the guy that no matter what, when they think about it, like, damn, that was a solid motherfucker. I remember him. He did a lot.
So I think about my father and what his life was like. He came here, he worked until he died. Nothing to show for it. No house left behind, nothing. You know what I mean? And my kids don't know him. So I think about stuff like that. I'm like, when I'm going, I'm gonna know my grandkids. Other kids are gonna know. Like, I don't want that. Just work until you die, and then that's it. After a while, you're going
building somebody else's dream. Yeah.
I don't want that. I fear that. So definitely, that's like what we're doing right now, man. Like you said, I think this could be something too, man, that help catapult what it is we're trying to get out of life.
Absolutely. I agree with that. If just a transparency moment for me, right? And I meant everything I said prior to that, right? But something I said kind of made me think about this, right? There's a counter to the dynamic of being a public success and a private failure. You could be a private success and a public failure, right? My purpose is not just to be somebody's dad. My purpose is not just to be somebody's husband, right? I'm also a great songwriter. I'm also a really good singer. I'm also a dope ass MC.
You all right, nigga. Let's go get ahead of ourselves, nigga.
I know you lyrical, son. I know you lyrical, son, but I'm damn
get ahead of ourselves.
No, son. Right, I'm jumping ahead of myself.
He said, I'm doing the Mario jump on this shit. All right, go ahead, dog. My bad.
But I say that to say that there's been times where my fear of the unknown of chasing the dream has caused me, has caused me to find solace in the fact that I am a good dad. Because nobody's gonna challenge you for not being successful as a singer, but when they could point out, well, look how he is with his kids. Ain't nobody gonna say, well, where the album at? When they know you taking care of your family. You feel me? When they see you a good husband, shit like that. They're not gonna challenge you as an entrepreneur. They're looking at the results of what you're doing with your family. You get what I'm saying? So there have been times where I've hid the artist behind the family man.
I'll push back a little bit on that. Like when you say they're not going to challenge you, no, they're not going to challenge you, but they're going to judge you. Listen, I've been
That's fair.
judged, dog. Because what
That's
happens
fair.
is we tell people our dreams, our goals, and then they sit back and they watch. And then they trying to figure out, like, okay, he told me he was going to put this album out. I ain't see it yet. He said he was going to do this. I ain't see it yet. So that goes into the belief that, or the understanding and the knowing that you're not what you say, you what you do. So if you're not doing what you say, then that's who you are realistically, right? So for me as an MC, being as good as I am, I still haven't put out Empty Hallways, right? I'm writing, I got shit written down. I ain't hit the studio yet. And what's the reason for that? And if I got this fear of being forgotten, are they going to remember me for being the guy who never got shit done? I don't want to be that person. So a part of my life is about that fear of being forgotten. But the only way for that happens is if I'm not getting shit done. So this
I
right
don't want to
here,
be a what if.
yeah, because this right here, we getting this shit done. We follow through on this.
Right.
We follow through. Now our consistency is going to determine how people view it. But we did something that was very difficult. We did something with this that I didn't do with the album, that I didn't do with a lot of stuff. We did it.
Right.
Yo, let me ask you this to kind of like piggyback off of this. Is being a what if worse than being a has been?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'll take a has been over a what if. See, the thing about being a what if, and something about my therapist told me, she was like, your fear, she was like, this fear that you have of, she said, it's like an avoidant nature. She said, I have avoidant tendencies, right? And she was like, yeah, you're kicking these cans down the road. You're not taking care of this. You're not doing that. But she said, the reason why is because as long as you don't touch it, it's perfect. It could be perfect in failure too, right? They can never tell you're a failure if you never try and fail. And in your mind, you're like,
tell
okay,
you the album is bad if you never put it out.
I never put it out, so I could always lean on the fact, nigga, I'm nice, and they can never tell me I'm not because I never put the shit out for them to say anything.
I got hard drives full of songs, bro. I let you hear some of them.
Like you did. You good.
Hard
you
drive.
Good, bro.
There you go. There you go.
You good?
No. But I just I see I can definitely empathize with what you're saying, bro, because I have those same perfectionism tendencies. You get what I'm saying? Where it's never like, oh yeah, I gotta add a ooh right here, I gotta add an ah right there. And I'll not want to let nobody hear it until the ooh get there and the ah get there, right? But when am I add the ooh and the ah? That sounded wild as fuck.
But I get it. Like it'd be the small shit like that, because even here, like I did all of this work trying to make sure our shit looked as professional as possible, right? And even then I was finding stuff, even in the 23rd hour of this shit, like, oh, but what if, man, I don't know. And then finally I was like, Hassan, shut the fuck up, dog. This is where it's at. Bro. Let's do it. Like last minute, I went and got a black curtain to put behind me because I didn't want the closet door being seen in my video. Shit like that would have held me up. I would have been like, yo.
But like, the reason I got my mic is because like 4 days ago, my wife asked me, so did you get your microphone for the podcast? I was like,
you went to the last.
I didn't get it yet. And she said, why you didn't get it? And I'm like, well, I mean, I started to make a mistake, make an excuse. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna order that shit right now. And she was like, because she's been holding me accountable to things that I say I'm gonna do, right? So my new thing is I'm saying way less and just doing more.
Right.
Yeah. That's important.
I don't want to talk about nothing. You feel me? I'm just trying to do, bro.
Say
you
less
feel me?
Yeah.
Just jump. Just jump, bro. You never gonna know. And this is the thing. You gotta look at the loss is just one way that it ain't gonna work. So you could pivot and find another way to try to do it. You get what I'm saying? It's all collecting data.
Yes.
That's all we doing.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I almost didn't hop on this joint, man. Like, cause I had a week, man. I had a week, And you know how we all using that might be life and shit.
Yeah.
Like I really was not up for it. But sometimes you just gotta do it anyway. You know what I mean? No matter how you feel, just do it anyway. So that's how I approach this today. I just like just do it.
That's
anyway.
dope, bro. That's dope.
I'm
I'm proud of you for that.
I'll soothe myself into it. You know what I mean? So
you know,
I was not going to do.
I'm not one for quoting Jim Jones, right? But I'm not one for quoting Jim Jones, man. And not that I don't like him. I think I think he's dope as what he is, right?
Yeah.
But he said something on Breakfast Club that made so much sense. If you can't stay motivated, stay consistent.
Right. Just do it anyway.
Just do it anyway, bro. I just read this book. It's called Unfuck Yourself, right?
I heard about that.
In this, bro,
I recommended that to you. I'm the one who told you about that.
You did. I thought there was another one you recommend. So when I read that book, bro,
I think you told me about that, huh? Right? I think you did.
I might have.
Bro, now I do the audio book, so the dude's Scottish, so it's not like Scrooge McDuck was reading the book to me.
Man, I do audible too.
But like he talks about just those type of things, bro. Like what we waiting for this big inspirational moment where everything just gonna line up. That's never gonna happen, dog. You're gonna have things to work through in life. Life gonna life.
Yeah,
it's a fact.
You just gotta trudge along, bro, and just move. Just keep moving. Cause when you get stuck and you get complacent, bro, life's still going.
Right.
So,
you feel me? And when you go back and that thing that you put down, right? When you go back for it, it's still at the place where it was when you left it. So if you was at level 2, when you leave it for 8 years, when you go back, you're at level 2.
Still at level 2.
Right.
Still at level 2.
It ain't gonna budge by itself. You said something that hit me, and it's gonna take us into this next topic. You said we just collecting data.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to ask y'all, do you think you outgrow people, or does your perception change as you collect data?
I believe. Go ahead. I don't think so.
Because
go ahead, Bigo.
Because when your perception changes, you're kind of, and if it's changing for the better, you're kind of outgrowing that situation.
Yeah,
outgrowing that person, in a sense. No.
I think the thing about it is, I believe in progressive revelation, right? So things that are there were there. You just was blind to it, right?
Okay.
You didn't get to the place to where you could perceive it yet. And that's what I think be happening. Like people flaws is always there. It's just sometimes we don't honor ourselves enough to set boundaries. Sometimes we don't honor ourselves enough to check people on their bullshit. You feel me? And there come a point where you come to yourself and you honor yourself enough to say, you know what? I don't like how this nigga talking to me. You feel me? And you stone up and be like, bro, you can't talk to me like that. You feel me? You're not gonna handle me no any kind of way. And not just on some aggressive stuff. That go for anything. That could go for a relationship. No, you're not gonna put a mandate on my time. My time is my time. I'll divvy my time out how I see fit, not because you feel like you're entitled to it or whatever, right? So I think it'd be stuff like that. It's just a matter of us honoring ourselves.
I like that. So basically, it's not the same thing, but it's happening at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah. Because that's kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking more or less, as you collect data, your perception and your perspective changes about the situation you in and the person you with. And I don't think it's a matter of you outgrowing them, right? We're all growing pretty much at the same rate, and we're gonna die, right? Like it's not like we're all still on this planet. And to me, the ultimate growth is when you're gone, because that's the only time you find the ultimate answer to life, and that's why the fuck we're here in the first place. But while we're here interacting with each other, you know something they don't know, they know something you don't know. But once you start learning about each other, you realize, okay, it's certain about you that I didn't know existed that now I can't see you the same way. So my perception changed, and we end up going in different directions if we choose to. It's like you married, Cardell. Every day you and your wife for 18 years have chosen each other. and chose
Yeah.
to be in that situation together, right?
Some
And y'all
days
have
we wake
certain
up and choose violence, though.
and some days. Right,
Wake
especially
up and be like, violence or silence? Which one?
had he not bought that microphone, it definitely would have been some smoke in the city over there. She was like, "Yo, what the
Please
fuck you
believe
doing?
it.
Like, you
Please.
really
Now she
tripping
not
right now."
aggressive, but she firm though. Like, bro, I be feeling that energy, boy. When I ain't on point, still gotta say nothing. The energy
Now,
shit.
now she's collecting data. You collect the data on her, right? And every day y'all looking at the data subconsciously, and you're like, "Yo, I still fuck with you. I still fuck with you." But what happens in other relationships, friendships, like I don't think I outgrew any of my friends from Queens, right? So me and Biko grew up in the same neighborhood, same town. We from there, and we've gotten closer as adults more than we was when we was younger, right? But I don't think because me and him are talking regularly more than me and people I was speaking to every day back then, who he also knows, I don't think I outgrew them. I just think as I collected data, I made certain decisions that didn't include them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I didn't outgrow them. I don't think I'm better or I'm on to a better situation. I just think I'm on to a different situation that's probably better suited for me. Right. And I didn't outgrow them. And a lot of times when you ask people that, and the reason why I came about, because I watched these little videos and stuff on internet, and everybody be like, I outgrew her. And I'll be like, nah, you just got more information, nigga. And
that's an ego boost.
Yeah, right. And that, yo,
I'm here, and
right.
this person, and it don't be that. It's just I'm here, and this person's here. You get what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said that, because I couldn't think of what to say. I was trying that's what it is. It's like you bigging yourself up. Yeah, I outgrew him. I outgrew her. And it's like, nah, you didn't. Y'all just got more information and y'all made a decision to bust a move. That's it.
That's it. That's it.
Like
the situation ran its course.
Right. And it ran its course into some new intercourse and shit like that,
Yo, Biko, this nigga is in them streets, bro. He outside.
Yo.
Haas outside, bro.
Oh shit.
Haas, what you be listening to when you on the way to work? Because that nigga ain't playing no R&B, bro.
Yo, you want to know what I've been listening to for real, though? Son, I've been listening to 50 Cent, son. This shit's out of pocket right now. Son, this shit. As soon as I get in the car, G-Unit, what? Weird. Like,
yo,
my heart is like,
you know what you need to be listening to?
What?
Empty Hallways. That's what you need to be listening to.
Yo, listen. Empty Hallways. And it was so frustrating about Empty Hallways is that I got 10 songs, 8 of them shits is already written.
Dude, come on, man.
I'm bugging.
Come on, man.
You are bugging, bro.
So I said April I'll have it ready to go. We'll see.
Cordell, see. I'm gonna need you on the track too, man.
Say less.
We got a link.
Say less. Say less, bro. Boy, I just recorded something last night that's crazy. You heard the rough version, the ocean joint.
I think I might have. We'll have to definitely have a listening session. All right, so we talk about these relationship shit. We not the podcast that's gonna be talking about relationships and all of that, but we gonna talk about it every once in a while.
I don't have shoes on right now, so you
don't have shoes on.
Yeah, you can't talk into a guru.
You burned sage today? You already burned some sage?
Are you sitting with your legs like this?
Oh, my legs! I'm sitting crisscross applesauce. We can't say Indian style no more.
He got a straw. He got a straw seat like right over, like a little straw.
Actually, I have on crocheted camouflage pants.
Nigga, don't play. I'm come on. You on some Andre 3000 shit? Nigga, go ahead, get the flute.
I'm Andre 5000 at this point. 5,000.
Come on, nigga.
My nigga, you need some chapstick because that whistle is rusty.
Yo.
Yo, you sound like Sean Wayne when he said, "Hello, dog."
Yo, son. I started whistling. I was like, yo, this shit ain't working. What's going on? My whistle ain't whistling.
You got to whistle from your
in.
diaphragm.
Whistle.
Whistle with your chest.
Yo, so in keeping with the topic we were discussing, you know, when you talk about are you outgrowing people, what about when you first meeting somebody? Like, so I saw this meme talk about, yo, are you supposed to speak to a person every day if you're just dating them? And there was a lot of conflicted comments. What you think, Bigo?
So it depends on where you're going, where you plan to go with that. You know what I mean? If it's just something you're just trying to beat, of course not. But if it's something you're
So
like,
aggressive.
I'm
So aggressive.
like,
So aggressive.
Like, yo, I'm really digging
This nigga's outside too, apparently.
No, don't say that.
Niggas is outside.
Don't
Look, I'm gonna live vicariously through y'all, Jared.
You trying to get me beat up out here?
Oh wow.
His girl gonna hear this shit like, nigga, what the fuck you
Outside.
What do you mean by that?
You better be in that backyard cutting that grass.
You said you was in the gym, nigga. Like you was supposed to be in the gym.
I said the gym is outside.
I was in the park.
I was on the roof trying to get reception for the podcast. Like,
Doing flag poles.
Oh yeah, whoa. Okay, guys.
Whoa.
Stop right there.
We out of line already, man. He crossing the line, dog.
You're walking a line, buddy.
So you think it's based on what your intentions are with the person?
Yeah, it's definitely
Absolutely.
what your intentions are.
Absolutely. Now, I ain't been in the game in 18, 19 years, bro. So, like, my nigga, it's all theoretical for me at this point. Like, because me and her just...
Yeah, so don't say nothing you might get in trouble. Listen.
I won't.
he like, trust me.
I do this shit, man.
He say some shit from when he was like 16, and then she like, what the fuck? When that happened? Like, but yo, I'm different. Like, you're right about that, Biko. Like, it does depend on the vibe you got with the person. Like, I've started dating women, and I really didn't have no vibe to try to like talk to you every day. Now, a couple of them ended up being my girlfriend, but like initially, I don't want to talk to you every day because
That's because you're a space person.
I'm very much a space person. I value my space. I value my time. And the reason why I do that, because every serious relationship I've been in has been I felt like it was an attack on my emotions. Now I'm going to give you some context when I say that, because I say that lightly, but I would be slow walking my way into their life. And then they hit me with the love bombs. Well, what are we doing? Like, I'm trying to do something with you. I love you. And then it's like, whoa. It's like, and it's like, in my mind, I'm like, they serious, but I know better than that. They not serious. They just caught up in the moment. So initially I start off just trying to give them space, just trying to evaluate what this is going to be. And the moment I get that much feelings for them, I just be like so receptive to the idea of being in a relationship with them. So then I just be like, fuck it, we in it. And then I go hard. And then for as long as that's going to go, and then it fizzles, of course, after a while. It tapers off. And so I'm really a guy who definitely don't want to talk to you every day when I first meet you. I want to have something to talk about. Like, I have friends right now I don't speak to at all. It's because I'm okay not talking to you and still being your friend. Yeah. Like, I'm not that guy that requires that type of maintenance, and I approach it from the same perspective from my end. Like, I might not even call you for your birthday, but if I see you online, that's a quick little ha. But to call you means I got time to actually talk to you like that.
I got a zero in on you.
I got a zero in, and I'm always thinking about what else I could be doing. And when I think about that, it's not calling you. So that's how I am with dating. It's like I could be doing something other than spending 45 minutes on a call. And what I said to myself, and I told some of the girls that I was talking to about it, because I wasn't with girls, but it was girls in the environment. And I was like, I prefer to see, I can talk to you every day in person. Like, if I got time, I could stop by. I could go get up with you, or I could talk to you a few times a week in person. But to talk to you on the phone, to me, it's such a passive way of communication that sometimes it fucks up the chemistry that you can have with a person in person, because like I feel like I was just with you for 40 minutes. Now I'm seeing you all I really want to do is fuck now. Like I don't want to talk while I'm with you now. I just talk with you on the phone.
It's physical expression time.
Yeah, now it's like, yo, I'm here.
Now, the one thing I always say we was on autopilot when we first met, because me and Misha was never boyfriend and girlfriend. We went from kicking it to married. You feel me? Now I'm not suggesting nobody do what we did, because this shit really could have went, and it could have went either way. It just worked. But the one thing we did do was I didn't show up as a representative when I met her, because we was not that into each other like that. I was really who I am, and she was really who she is. You get what I'm saying? So the shit really, when the people talk about organic, it really happened organic. And that's not saying that it haven't been work keeping the thing going, because it have, right? It's been a lot of sacrifice and a lot of compromise on both sides. And I say that to say, when you first meet somebody, you still being the representative version of yourself. You still on your interview voice. You feel me? Like you ain't code switch yet. You get what I'm saying? I think the code switch should be the first shit they see. You feel me? Like the first time you meet a chick, you need to just pass gas. This is what you finna be laying next to every night.
Hell no.
Look, if you can handle this.
But let me tell you, bro, like how I view that is like I like that worked out. And I think when you could do that with someone that's dope. But from my personal experience, I've always been judged in relationships heavy. So, and some of the relationships felt like they was competing with me. And I just was like, that's just so strange, you know. Everything they loved me for ended up being things that they didn't like me for, you know, in the end, of course. But everybody's different in the end of the shit, you know. But I prefer a relationship where you are putting on your best face, you are putting on your best look, you are putting on your best behavior, because that's how I want to see you. I don't want to see you not dressed. I don't want to see you telling me, oh, I ain't get in the shower. Like, I don't like that shit. Like, I don't like it at all. Like, because it creates this platonic feeling and energy around the relationship. Now I'm accepting you like you my fucking homie. I don't want to date my homegirl. I want to date my woman, and my woman need to show up dressed up. Though I don't care if we just kicking it in the house. Be dressed up, smell good. Don't be like, oh, I had a long day. It's like, nah, fuck that long day. If we going,
you don't want to.
Nah,
I don't need you musty, babe.
I don't like, and I've experienced that, and it's like, it's cool because I love you, but this is how shit get off the rails.
Right, like
not showing up no more.
You gotta go wash them underarms.
Yeah. Like I would be late to situations because I took the time to go home and take a shower. It wasn't required because we were just gonna kick it in the crib. But nah, I'm going home. I'm taking a shower. I'm gonna put some clean clothes on.
I think those are things that have to be understood up front, though.
That's a fact. You're right about that. Yeah. And that wasn't established in a couple of relationships.
You know, if those are, because those are clearly not deal breakers for you, but annoyances.
Well, they're very much annoyances, and I'm someone who could be easily annoyed by people. So
when you say dressed up, though, like you just mean just
clean clothes.
My phone gonna die in a little bit, bro.
Okay, because you like dressed up. I'm like, damn.
No, not
suited and booted every time.
No, right. Clean clothes. Like when I smell you, I smell like the clothes is clean too. Like you know what I mean? Like
I need you to have a 3-piece church suit on. And the bra better match the panties.
Why you ain't got on those stockings? What's wrong with you?
I know those ain't kitten heels.
Nah, I feel you on that, bro. Yeah.
Not the kitten heels. But you feel what I'm saying, because I have this fear of becoming my girlfriend's homeboy. I don't like that shit. I don't like the feeling. And
it's too common. I got you.
It's too common, bro. And I'm just gonna switch the topic because it kind of falls in line. Are you uncomfortable with being comfortable? Because that's what that ends up being, right? You start being so comfortable, and me and Biko talked about this many a times in life. Like, yo, yo, when I start feeling comfortable, I get uncomfortable. Like previous relationship just now, like she's like, to me, she's a, regardless of how it ended, I still love, I got so much love and respect for
Of course.
her. Well, I got admiration for her. Like respect, you know, is something that I have to be discussed. Maybe they, but the way she would want me to show up, like I would clean my house before she come in the house. She wouldn't do that when I came to her house. And she was someone who struggled with cleaning the house. And she was like, you know, I should be able to show up as is. And you know what? And I bought into that shit. So then I'm just showing up. Like
we can't. Dog.
But that's the point. And that's the point I'm making, bro. Like, so, and I'm not just talking about this relationship, just in general, my history of women. They make you comfortable. They've made me comfortable enough to now just be myself. And I'm not, you could just show up. So now I'm showing up in basketball shorts and t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
And I'm not, but then it gives this vibe like I'm not coming to fuck. Like I don't want to give no vibe that we homeboys and homegirls. You my girl, when I come see you.
I'm on nasty time.
I'm always on that time. Like if I want you, right? Like, but it makes you not want to be on that time when you show up and it's like, oh man, I ain't even getting the shower. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you know, I'm on the way. Why is this not even done yet? You know what I'm saying? So it's just certain things. Like I did have a girlfriend who was on that time. She was always like, yo, I get dressed up. And she ain't like the fact I wore black socks. I was like, bitch, they black socks. Like, who gives a fuck? But
so
she didn't like the fact
that black.
She didn't like the fact I wore black socks with shorts. It's like you got on these sneakers, you got these shorts, but you got black socks.
What uncle did you remind her of with them black socks, bro?
Used to wear them with some hard shoes, hard caramel bottom shoes.
She was like, why you don't wear no-show socks? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking
about?
No-show socks?
She's like some ankle socks. It's summertime.
That's wild, bro. Yo, that's some random stuff to have a problem about, dude.
Yo, let me tell you something.
He's just trying to find a reason at that point. Yo, it's asking me something about the storage size, bro.
I don't know, bro. That's on your phone, dog. It's
definitely on my phone.
You recording too long. What does it say?
Man, bro, this is a trial run.
Yeah, this the episode though.
Man,
don't let that shit fuck up because it's gonna be a 2-man show for the last 45 minutes.
Yeah, boy, my phone gonna die anyway.
What you want?
Nigga, I'm on 10% at this point. I started at 100. I definitely need a new phone. We've established that I'm uncomfortable being comfortable about this damn phone.
I'm gonna need you to plug that phone in. Why you ain't got a 10-foot power cord or something already?
Because the microphone plugs into the port.
Yo, Cordell, your new name is Can't Get Right, man.
Yo, he can't get right. Like,
I got a hold that. Hey, I got a hold that today.
On the roof. He spent 20 minutes on the roof trying to get the reception and shit. Like, what the fuck is going on here, man? All right, so we ain't got to run through every topic, you know, but so you do get uncomfortable with being comfortable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. For me, it goes back to am I doing enough? Like am I chasing my passion? You get comfortable at a job, like because you just paying bills. Like you don't have you don't have a notice on your door. So I guess I'm doing the shit right. You know what I'm saying? But
that's kind of like what I was just saying about my job. Like, yo, I'm comfortable. Like,
yeah,
I'm thinking about, damn, if I don't stay here.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about how it's gonna feel. You know what I mean? Trying to find where my next meal is. Like,
yeah.
So I just stay in there and just fall in line. And that's a scary feeling. Like, I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life. Like, damn.
Word.
You gotta jump.
You definitely don't want to struggle while you're trying to chase your purpose. You know what I mean?
But you don't want to stay there either. Like, it's like
you don't want to stay there. You're definitely doing it the right way. Like you're going, all right, I'm gonna start slowly and then I'll start to build up and then when I see I could bust a move, I'm gonna bust a move. And
Right.
really just a matter of finding another stream of income. Cause I was an entrepreneur, no job, just all on me for 5 straight years.
Yeah.
And it was a struggle, man. It wasn't always manageable. It was days where I was like, yo, why the fuck am I doing this? But the thing I had was my time. I had my freedom. I had everything.
That's what I want.
And I needed
I do
that.
now. I definitely do miss the freedom to move around, like without having a 9-to-5 job. I miss that. You know what I'm saying? The freedom of my schedule. But
right.
Other than that, like I do like being able to pay bills. I gotta keep it funky on that, bro. But
we're talking about that. Oh, go ahead, finish, because we just go to the next topic.
Yeah.
The whole work-life balance thing, like that's something we wanted to talk about. Is that how do you find that? Is it even possible?
I don't think there's a balance. I think it's impossible to find a balance.
I agree.
Something's gonna supersede something. There's no way in the world you're gonna find a balance.
That's facts.
Because I've been looking for that for the longest. Man. Like this.
And nobody's a machine. Nobody's a machine, bro. Like the squeaky wheel is the one that's gonna get the oil.
That's some
you
real
feel me?
shit.
If your girl tripping with you about spending time, you're gonna start shirking other shit to spend time. If your job telling you need to fix your performance, you're gonna shirk other stuff to fix your performance. Exactly. If your kids saying daddy, 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 you're gonna shirk everything for your kids. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I get this kind of depression when the artist is not able to come out and stretch. Right?
Man.
So I'm gonna go out and get out and stretch, and everything else could just burn. What
I battle with is I'm an extremist. I'm either on this side or that side. It's hard for me to find the middle.
Yo, that was
did that one.
I was like, oh man.
Oh, he did that.
No, that was out of control, bro.
You did that. Young man.
You out of control.
Yo, man. But you know what I mean, man? Like, no, for real, man. I'm either on one side or the other, man. Extreme. It's like basically what you were saying. Something's going wrong here. I'm gonna put all my energy in there, and I'm gonna slack off on that. That's falling, then I'm gonna go back over here. I just keep back and forth,
and it reflects in your life too, right? It reflects in your life when say the house is not clean. You don't have a balance of how to clean the whole house, so you end up cleaning one part of the house, right? But most of the stuff from one side of the house
you move it.
You just move it. You just like, I just need to carve out just some space just here.
Yo, I don't remember going in my bedroom when I was trying to find signal.
Right. Why didn't you?
You're like, I ain't going in there.
We know why.
Everything. That's what everything is. You don't need to know what we into, nigga.
Right.
Yeah,
we church
no
folks,
balance though, man.
We are.
It's a them church folks be getting it in.
Yo, y'all be wilding at the masjid too now.
Oh man, the masjid, they out of pocket. That's why I don't go, man. Them motherfuckers, they always trying to marry somebody, man. You know how many times my father's like, man, you need like a Senegalese girl. Like, I say, yeah, but they all want to get married. I don't want to get married. I'm good. Like, because the thing, it's not that I don't want to get married. Like, I value marriage a great deal, and I hope, I could get married again one day. But when you marry a Muslim woman, it's certain things that come with it. Like, I got to be deep into Islam again in order for me to really go there. Else, I'm not even living out in the proper way, according to the.
I don't approach. For me, Christianity ain't a religion. You get what I'm saying? So the rigidity.
It's the same
way. The
way.
rigidity of the rules is not because it's about a personal connection. For me, right? And you start to understand the rules are a template, they are a guideline, right? Not that they don't count, they do count, and there are repercussions, right? But I think a lot of times when with religiosity and dogma, there's no grace involved. You get what I'm saying?
But
And
it's
I
for
don't
me.
know how nobody making it without grace, bro. I'm just being honest, bro. You
I
gotta give
agree.
yourself grace, other people.
It's
You know,
easier to find an American woman. Like I'm not looking for a Muslim woman, but say I've met an American woman who is Muslim. It's easier to go through that grace with that woman because she's American. She understands the American culture as well. You can't do that
yeah,
with an
she got a
African.
Western mindset. Yeah,
African women is like, yo, you ain't getting nothing till we married. So it ain't gonna be no playtime or none of that shit. And you got to be able to lead in prayer.
The streets,
You got to
they
go.
talk about playing, man.
You got to go to the mosque
hey,
every Friday. Like,
Oz is in them streets, bro. He is the
listen,
streets at this point. He
no, I'm
is the
not.
street.
Yo, I promise you, I'm not, dog.
Yo, that nigga need a concrete color hoodie.
It's about
a concrete color hoodie, asphalt.
Nigga, you stupid. Yo, it is about therapy and just getting good and getting this money right now. But yeah, that work-life balance thing is always going to be something that we contend with, especially like as parents, like we all fathers and everything. And, you know, spending time with our sons is important, you know, and that's part of that work-life balance because we know that if we don't teach them, the streets going to teach them. Like, so your son is 10, my son is 16. Biko, your son, he's pretty much a grown man. So
yeah, he's 20. He'll be 21.
Take us there, and then we'll go down the line. Like I'll go after you, but let's take us there. What's up with Buddha, man?
Pause.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yo, they were in the head nah, but I mean, so what you mean? Like take us there, like what it was like.
Like just being a father. Now that he's a man now, like I know you used to take him to the gym with you. Like, how was that transition? Like just from when he was younger to now, where are you at with him and how y'all interact now that he's older?
Well, let's go back even further than that because from my marriage, I'm divorced, but from my marriage, there were 4 other kids besides the 2 that we had together. So 6 kids in total, right? And so I was a father before I was actually a father. There was never a time where I was like, those ain't my kids. You know what I mean? From the gate, from the gate.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, from the gate, I accepted the role as a father. You know, and then when I had Buddha, like it wasn't like a pause, like, well, I got my own now, you know, forget y'all. It just was just a continuation. So it was almost like I never got a chance to enjoy the birth of my first child. You understand? And with 6 kids, you got different personalities. So I learned a lot from the 4 kids before I had my 2 kids, because with those different personalities, I can't chastise this one the way I chastise that one, because this one is too sensitive. This one right here, he don't give a fuck. Chastise me all you want to. I'll be cool in the next 2 seconds. You know what I mean? And in that, it taught me a lot on how to, not only how to deal with kids and how to raise them, but how to deal with people in general. So when it came time down to Buddha and Maya, who's the youngest, she's 16. I basically I had my trial run with the 4 kids, so it helped me be a better father for the last 2. But even the 4 oldest, they'll come to me every now and then, and random text. I got a random text from the oldest one. He's I think 28 now. And I always tell you about O'Neal. He's always hitting me up with random text out of the blue. I mean, it's not my birthday, nothing's going on, just random, 7:00 in the morning. Hey, Pops, man, just want to let you know, I appreciate you. You didn't have to do what you did, but you're a stand-up dude. I couldn't have a better father, and blah 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 blah. And I'm telling you, when I get those texts, I'm like, because there's times when I'm like, damn, man, did I do right? You know what I mean? Am I doing right now? And then I get that reassurance that, you did what you're supposed to do, man. You know what I mean. You're a stand up dude, and we appreciate you for it. But with Buddha, we're at the point now where he's starting to see life and knows, you know, he got to get out there. He got to make money. He's you know, he's into, you know, females. He has one girl, but you know, he's seeing the battle now, and every little thing he comes to me. Hey, Dad. So I had this going on. I was wondering, because I know when I speak to you, you know, you're gonna give me the rough, honest truth, and blah blah blah. And it's just good to know that no matter what he has going on, he's gonna come to me for that guidance. And that's what I want. That's what I want. And it's the same thing with Maya. She's 16 and she's starting to see different things in life, and she'll come to me. Hey, Daddy, this was what's going on, blah, 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 blah. Like, she just had her 16th birthday, and we went out to dinner, just me and her. And it's crazy because I don't see her that much. So there's things I'm missing. I'm not seeing it every day. So when I do see her, it's like, oh, wow. Like, you've grown. This is how you're thinking now? Like, because I still got it in my head that she's, you know, little Maya. Like, I'm grown. You know what I mean? And with the boys. And we got to have them rough talks that I don't really want to have, but we have them. So fatherhood is great, man. I enjoy it, man. I love when I get those reassurances, those texts, those random texts that come and let me know that, hey, man, you did a good job. We love what you're doing. Yeah. Keep it up. So love it. It's dope, nothing like it, man. Nothing like fatherhood.
You know that I love to hear that you had dinner with her, and like you got it from a whole different perspective because you had, you know, a blended family.
Right.
And so you had to go through a whole lot of trial and error. Like you said, the trial run before you even had your own kids, right. You know, and I know you, so I know how you embraced the kids that weren't biologically yours, like they was your own kids. Right. So then as they got older and you start seeing them kind of buck a little bit, it kind of hurt a little bit because now you're seeing like, okay, they got other people's DNA in them. Like, so they not really moving how I want them to move, but they still double back every now and again. Like, yo, what you taught me, even though it wasn't genetically given to me, you gave it to me as through the love that you have for us. So, and I know who called you, so I know which one called you back. So he's the wild one, you know. So, you know, for me, I only got one son. I got one kid. I thought one day I thought I would probably have three. In full
you're a
transparency, I'm a minimalist like a motherfucker.
And we extremists, so
you know, I am definitely a minimalist, bro. Like even with the kids, like I had a situation with an ex-girlfriend of mine, and you know, we chose to not move forward with that child. So I could have been a father of two kids, but you know, I got one, and you know, he's 16, but he still has, you know, I love it because he has this childlike quality to him. He's an innocent 16. He's not our 16, son. Like we was,
I'm grateful for that. Yeah.
Right. You know, because you know, and for me, you know, just to be his father, like we spent a lot of time together, not as much as I would want, and just to see how he presents himself to me, I admire. Like he's not perfect, but he cares. Like he cares about me. Like he asks me, yo, you all right? You good? Like just randomly. And it feels good to be his father. And I tell him all the time, I say, you know, if you wasn't my son, you'll be my friend because I just like who you are as a person. You know, so when we had that when we had that incident when, you know, he had a shooting at the school and he went missing just trying to find his way home because he didn't see his mom's car. So he just tried to bust a move. He was trying to be older, right? He was trying to be that 16-year-old and trusting himself. And he was trying to be independent, and I championed that. But it ultimately caused him to be missing and lost for 9 hours. Like we didn't get him until 1 o'clock in the morning. And that was through the grace of God of people just wanting to help out when they saw it online. And it was like, yo, like a real kid is missing. So that really woke me up. Like I really came close to not having my son here on this planet with me. And as I'm looking for my kid, I'm thinking of all those movies I saw where those kids wasn't found. And I'm broke, dog. I'm like, I'm broken, you know, and I told my ex-girl, who we was already broken up by this time, but she was on the phone with me the entire time, dog. Like, yo, I'm not gonna leave you. Like, why you like this? And
Yeah.
had I not, I'll be honest with you, despite how I feel, like had I not had her or somebody with that type of love for me in the car with me while I'm going through that, like I would have probably made bad decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just trying to find my son. That shit kept me focused on, all right, I'm trying to find my son, because I had somebody else there in the car with me, like, yo, you good? They see me. So I'm accountable to make sure I'm keeping myself together. So, and I think when she saw how I responded when we found him and how he saw how I responded when we found him, I remember she said the same thing, but he later said, he's like, Dad, I never saw you like that before. He's like, man, you really, really love me. And I was like, dude, what the fuck you think this is about? Like, I said, me and your moms don't play about you, dog. Like, you are only one. And if we have multiple, it'll be the same for them. Like, but when you only got one kid, when you talk about how you messed up with your first kid all the time, man, if you ain't had no other kids, man, that's all you got.
Yeah.
Like,
so they get all your energy.
They get every bit of your energy. And it doesn't mean that if something happens now, you got other kids to help, but it does help you a little bit because you're human, right? So, so it's like, but that's all I got. All I got is him when it comes to kids. So I try to show up as a father in ways that I know my father wasn't showing up, you know, and on ways because he moved to a whole nother city. So, you know, my childhood, partially he wasn't there physically. So I do all the things, and I also try to make sure that I don't try to project my own abandonment issues with my own childhood onto my son, where I'm trying to overcompensate for what I didn't get as a kid. Because his mom's hit me up, was like, you know, just going through her finances and seeing that something money she didn't actually have, and she wanted to get him a car and college. I'm like, yo, don't burden yourself with that. It is what it is. He got way more than we got already as our son. You know what I'm saying? So he's already playing with house money. We'll figure that shit out, but don't burden yourself with that thought. So fatherhood for me, man, is an incredible feeling. Like, he's in the other room right now, and when he's with me, he ain't got a care in the world, man, because he know he good. Now we just got to learn how to eat better when we together, because it's always pizza or fucking Chick-fil-A or some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
so
hogging out, man.
Oh man, it's so easy to feed a teenager. Just give him some bullshit.
You can say daddy day is cheat day.
Cheat day like a motherfucker.
Well, you
so
know
Cardell, man, like you oh yeah, you would have had me eating spinach burgers and shit. So like, you know,
hey, I'm on that type of time. You know, I done gave it up again, bro.
Oh, you back on mushrooms? He eat mushrooms all day, bro. Son.
Great veggies. I had mushrooms today. Now I ain't gonna lie, son. I still eat eggs. I gotta have my eggs in the morning. That's
like the belly mushroom.
Cordyceps, lion's mane, stuff like that.
Oh, lion's mane, all right.
Yeah. But for me, the journey as a father, bro, is kind of just really the journey as a man, and you know, in microcosm, really. You start off thinking it's all theoretical initially until you have some exposure and some experiences, right? And those experiences sharpen your perspective, and you can apply your perspective to your job or to your role. And that's what it was for us. For us with Alyssa, who's my oldest, it was all still trying to prove that we could do. So we parented her with the perspective of what other people thought, right? So everything was real rigid with her. Like, we tried not to do, we didn't want to make no mistakes that would have people judging our parenthood. With Khalees, the baby, we don't care at all, bro. Like I don't give a damn what our neighbors think. You feel me? Whatever we see, because we got the bill.
Right.
You feel me? At the end of the day, anybody with an opinion ain't got half on it. You feel me? So, and that's not saying nobody's opinion matters, because there are people whose opinions you're gonna value. But at the end of the day, I'm not parenting them with the thought of somebody watching over how I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's one of the
Yeah.
mistakes we made. But understanding my role as a dad is I'm not a teacher like a teacher. I am an example though. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like
So I model more in terms of teaching them than I do sit down and explain to them how to budget and shit like that.
All right, we got a little frozen. Let me find out the iPhone. It's all good. We're gonna go to the two cams, and when we get them back, we'll go over that, and we'll let them tap in and finish his thought on the fatherhood. I was gonna segue that into the last topic of the show, and that was real masculinity and what that looks like, and just how I think, you know, sometimes the word masculinity is being like appropriated and misappropriated and misused in ways to devalue men and uplift people's archetype of what they believe men are and how men should be. Right. So you take you for instance, right? They'll see you and you go to the gym since, like, you've been in the gym, like I would tell you, you've been in the gym since you was 3 years old, right? Like, so like you you've been in that gym forever, you know. So on the surface, they just seeing you as like physical attributes. You know what I'm saying? And you told me stories of the past, you know, women just sizing you up just on the strength of how you look. They not really even taking in consideration what your hold on for a second. I'm getting what do you say? He says, I don't know what happened. Cool, just tapping. If everybody's looking at I'm just Cardell just hit me back. He got knocked out of the network. So he's gonna get back into the green room. We'll add him back to the podcast. But you know, women look at you, bro, and they probably just size you up just on the strength of just physical attributes. But they don't take into consideration like the type of man you are, how solid you are. So even when you show up a certain way and you don't make it all about their physical attributes, you know, they might get turned off by you because you're not on the same time as them. Has that happened to you?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, it has. I mean, like you said, at first glance, it probably looked like I'm gonna be the type of person that's gonna be like, yeah, mom, what's up, man? We doing it. But I ain't on that type of time. You know what I mean? I'm moving smooth, like who I am. But with how I am right now, like I'm in the situation. So even if, you know, the looks are there and all that,
Welcome back. We gonna let you finish that up.
Yeah,
we moved into the last topic of what's real masculinity, and we'll let you double back on the fatherhood. You know what I'm saying?
But honestly, I was done, man. I was done with it. But just my whole perspective of it is just understanding what it is. You're supposed to provide safety. You're supposed to provide security, guidance, and structure. Right? That's the rigid points that you have to hit, right? Or that you should want to hit as a father. How you do that is going to be different as we are as human beings. That's how I see it.
Okay. And what we did, we segued. Oh, go ahead.
Masculinity right there.
Facts.
Right. So we segued back into masculinity. Right. So I don't know if you was able to listen to how we started this conversation. I was talking to Biko about, you know, how people have misappropriated the word masculinity and gave it their own definition based on how they feel about it and what works for them. And I was telling him about him being somebody who goes to the gym regularly, someone who has the physique, and how women have approached him and just looked at him as just physical attributes and didn't consider the man within that. And he was expounding on that a great deal. So go ahead, finish.
Yeah. So I mean, of course, when they first see me, first thing they're thinking like, yeah, this dude is probably like, you know, a certain way, you know, rough around the edges. When, you know, I'm straight up just cool, laid back. You know what I mean? I don't have that 50 Cent vibe, you know, because I was called that fucking 50 Cent. But yeah, like that.
Not no more. Not no more. You don't have that.
Sneakers.
There
Yeah,
was a time.
we talk about now. We talk about.
All right, let's talk about now. We're gonna talk about now.
Yeah,
There was a
with
time.
your teeth like this to be 50 Cent.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Now you know what I mean. I'm
You talk to my mother.
Yo, son.
Is that for the Doritos commercial? Yeah,
Yo, that shit
Why
hilarious.
you let my mother in here, man?
Yeah,
But go ahead, finish.
yeah, and that's what they believe masculinity is, man. You know what I mean? The physical, the rough, rah, but real masculinity is more like what Cordell just said, man. Just being responsible, being a stand-up dude, not being no sucker. You know what I mean? Just stand up all around. That's real masculinity. You know what I mean? Not backstabbing your brother, not checking out your man's wife. You know what I mean? None of that sucker shit. Not stealing from somebody.
Yeah.
What about the so for me is all of those things, and I've always been someone who had to like always adjust how I was around people, because my presence, I've been told many a times, is felt as soon as I come in the room, and Vigo can attest to this. And it's like I don't try to do anything other than be myself, but I've always over the years I've had to adjust, and then sometimes I over adjusted to where I was no longer acting, as organically as I am, and what, he just got kicked out again. It's all good. We'll leave his name up there. Oh, now he's sideways. This motherfucker just killing shit right now. Like, he's just doing a whole lot of shit right now. Like, it's so good. Yo, he came in there sideways. Nigga, why you looking at me sideways, son? But the adjustments that I've made in my life just to kind of allow myself to be seen by people, I felt I was doing myself a disservice, because I thought how I show up is enough, right? Is more than enough. And the masculinity side of it, I'm a very jovial person. I like to joke. I like to laugh. But sometimes people can get that fucked up and be like, oh, he's somebody I don't have to take seriously.
Right.
And it's like, you should. Like, you should take me seriously.
You better.
and even when dealing with just men or women, right? It's always like, you want a woman to respect you, but then you don't want her to feel like she got to walk on eggshells around you because you got this disposition like you ain't happy about life. So I always kind of like teeter between both. And the real thing is just be myself. And just one day you'll get around people sort of like y'all, and even in relationships, or another woman who just appreciate you for how you are, who you are, ain't gonna overly judge you and do no shit like that. They just gonna vibe with you. So for me, that masculinity is just being yourself. Just be who you are. Don't let nobody try to tell you how you need to show up as a man. If you like to wear motherfucking crochet pants with the shit you got on, Cardell, like, do that shit. Like, dog, like, bro, if you into that shit.
We is not finna be on Beyonce's internet talking about me with no crochet pants.
I don't think it's masculine that you don't have a laptop. That shit is kind of a real man will have a laptop, right?
Right. A real man you on the phone. Wi-Fi.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a real man, you on the phone like the chicks be on the phone, nigga.
Yeah, but you know what? I always had an issue with a woman defining masculinity for a man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's your frame of reference?
Every nigga she fuck. Excuse my language.
Oh, your dad?
But I guess everybody has their
But a woman can't dictate that for me. You get what I'm saying?
No, she can't, but she can have her the word I'm looking for.
Preference.
Her preference of what it is.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. But to attack, I notice a lot of women like throwing the zesty thing around with niggas.
I mean,
dudes be a little zesty. It's some zesty niggas, right? I get that, but some of the stuff they be calling zesty don't be zesty. Like, cause a nigga wash his face,
Oh yeah, that's
You get what
crazy.
I'm saying?
You want
That's
to hear
crazy.
some shit, son? Yo, so check this out, cause the nigga washed his face. So back in the day, my homegirl, she was telling me about. She was telling no, it's gonna be some funny shit, but she was telling me about her friend who was having issues with her man, and she would start trying to accuse her man of being gay, and she was like, "But why you say he gay? Like that's your man." She was like, "Because like even when we shower, like he be like when he wash his ass, like he spread his cheeks and let the water like wash the soap out his ass." And I was like, "So what he supposed to do?"
Oh shit!
Hey,
Man. What
yo,
the
I'm
what?
telling you what he's supposed to be. What he's supposed to be like, yo, babe, hold these.
Oh my god!
yo, son. I'm like, what he supposed to do?
Babe, I
He's supposed to let the soap.
can't reach these. I can't reach
Nah,
them.
he's supposed to be stoic in the shower, let the water just
Find its way.
find his way to get the soap out
Marcus
his ass.
Aurelius in the shower, huh?
You know what I'm saying? If it was up to her, he would his whole ass be dirty. That shit funny, son.
That's wild, son. But it'd
Go
be
ahead.
stuff like that, man. It'd be stuff like that where like you can't. There's no one way to be a man, bro. There's too many different men with different life experiences, different backgrounds. Like coming from where we come from, the type of guys that we saw as alpha male were street guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
My daddy is from the streets, but my daddy's not a street guy, right? My daddy's a regular black 70s nigga. You feel me? Like that's street guy, but like absolutely. You feel me? But I say that to say like my daddy predates hip hop, so his everyday speech ain't hip hop talk. So a lot of people would not look at him like, oh, that's not masculine, that's not manly, because their definition of manliness is thug culture. You feel me? Or thug dust. Every man don't have to have that. You could be an alpha male without hip hop energy, bro. You get what I'm saying? And I think it's just that's why it's you can't really allow. I just don't feel like women should be a defining masculinity for men.
They don't need to be at that table, you're saying?
No. Just enjoy the fact that we are at it.
Yeah. That also means we can't really tell them how to live their life either. How to be a woman.
That's facts. Yeah. I don't have no opinion with what feminine products my wife buy. I don't have no dog in that fight, bro. You get what I'm saying? Wait. I'm also not judging her walk as a woman.
Oh man. We have all types of shit was happening just now. It's all good. All right, so Biko's the only shit that's still popping. I'm gonna get a hard wired. Who, me?
Yeah.
Okay, it's cool. I'm lagging.
Yeah, he giving you that look.
Yo. All right, look like I'm good now, right?
Yeah.
I'm good now. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So that was the last topic of our episode. Like we touched on a lot of stuff today for it to be our first episode, and it kind of gives us some context. Oh, yo, chill. So we got we gonna tighten up. For one, I just want to thank everybody for showing up how we show up, and for it to be our first time sitting on this platform together. I think we did an amazing job, man, and this is gonna be one of many that we're gonna be doing. Definitely. Any parting words? I just want to make sure I put this up here. The trial run merch ain't available yet. We gonna rock it, but at some point, we'll make it available to the public. There you go. Show. We got we got to link up so I can bring you your stuff.
Yo,
we gotta get them hats too.
I need them hats, man. I'm
getting it digitized now. So once it's digitized, then it's just a matter of doing how we did with the sweatshirts. And
I know I don't really wear hats like that, man.
I'm gonna throw a hat on. I'm in the streets. I'm in the streets now. Put a hat on.
He like to show that fresh peanut.
You know what I mean? Yo, when it's shaved, like, I gotta,
when you're in the streets.
you know, exactly. Gotta have a fitted hat on, you know, like just that, you know, let the rocks, you know, just show, and you be like, what's up, show? Yeah.
Yeah, that's real masculinity, man.
That's
boy
real
got
masculinity.
hubcaps on the ears.
Yeah, I'm saying, since I'm
Hubcaps on
playing
the
with me.
ears.
Real men don't show their eyes.
Oh no.
Real men don't show their eyes.
Yo,
you
remember
know.
how big my hats used to be, bro?
Yo, son.
You can spin that hat.
Yo. He used to have the biggest hat, son. Like, I'd be like, dog, like, he don't want to be seen at all.
Don't be way down here. Like, can you?
That was a whole different era right there, man.
Yeah.
That was a whole nother era.
We all come from somewhere, bro.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact, y'all. But yo, man, first episode of the Trial Run podcast is in the books. And
in the books,
listen,
baby.
man, I love it, man. Strong team, strong conversation, real conversation. We didn't pull no punches. We ain't try to act like we was putting on the show. We just handled business.
Right.
Is he frozen again? We can't leave him like, oh, you did? All right.
He moving slow.
He moving slow, son. You slow, son. You camera got you in the dope. You can't go out like that. Camera got him in the dope fiend lean. Yo, son, we only got 5 minutes left, bro. You got to come back on this joint before we. Oh yeah. We gonna wait, man. So how you like it? How you like it so far? You know what we did.
I love it, man.
Been away for a minute, now we back to the business. In this town we came straps on the metal on the track. Back them down, back to back. Now who really want that? Never thought about that, but they never saw that.